A very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Civics first year class. Yesterday, we have started with rights and duties, and we have discussed features of rights. Today, we will discuss classification of rights. Then we will also discuss important civil rights, political rights, then various types of duties, and safeguards of rights. Now, this question, safeguards of rights, it is important question. Political rights, important questions. Various types of duties. These are some of the most repeated questions. Okay, this classification of rights can be asked in 2 marks. Okay, and we will also discuss, as we are learning rights, we should know the duties also. So, we will learn fundamental duties which are given in the Indian Constitution. So, these are, students, please focus on these questions. Features of rights, political rights, various types of duties, and safeguards of rights. How can we protect our rights? These are the important questions. Okay, these other questions are rarely asked. The weightage for this chapter is 2 marks. Now, coming to very short answer, we will learn the definitions, how rights are classified. Then after classification, we will study about natural rights, moral rights, then some of the important economic rights. Then we will also classify the duties, and we will know about moral duties. So you can expect 2 questions out of this 7 questions. So weightage for this chapter is 9 marks. 1 SAQ for 5 marks and 2 VSAQs. So that is 4 marks. Okay, so the weightage is total 9 marks. So yesterday we have discussed features of rights. We will have a quick recap of it. Yesterday I told you rights are possible only in society. They don't exist outside society. Okay, people, they enjoy rights only in society. In isolation, they can't enjoy their rights. Then rights are inherent in nature. That means it is transferred from one person to another person. That is why we are saying they are inherent in nature. Then rights are not absolute. Rights are not absolute means they are not complete. Certain restrictions or limitations can be imposed on rights. Next is rights are universal. When we say rights are universal, it means they are applicable to all without any discrimination. Okay, without any discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, gender, etc. Each and every individual enjoy same rights. Then rights precede the state. Here we are saying rights precede the state. It means the rights originated in the society. Okay, but they are recognized after the formation of the state. Okay, they are recognized only after the origin or formation of the state. That is why we are saying rights, they precede. Precede means people had rights even before the formation of the states. And rights are meant for the common good. Only rights which are meant for the common good are recognized by the state. So this was the question which we discussed yesterday. So today we will start with the next question, that is civil rights. So what do you mean by civil rights? Civil rights are those rights which we enjoy in our day-to-day life. They are necessary for living a happy life. So these rights are given to all the citizens as well as the foreigners. Every person enjoy these rights. Again, it is the feature of rights that they are not absolute. Okay, rights are not absolute. That means restrictions are imposed on rights. For example, right to move, the right to movement or freedom of movement, we can say. Freedom of movement, you can go to any part of the country, but if there is any disturbance, okay, if there is any disturbance in that area, you are restricted to go. So there is a restriction on your right. So there are restrictions imposed on the rights. Okay. Then these rights are protected by the courts, that is judiciary. The rights are protected by the courts. If your rights, if you are unable to enjoy your rights, you can go to court of law. Court will issue orders, that is writs. I told you in the previous class also, writs. Okay, through writs, court protect our rights. And these rights aim for promoting life, liberty, and property of the people. Okay. And same rights, identical rights are provided to all the people. And the civil rights, they are provided in democracy. People in democratic countries, they enjoy civil rights. So some of the example of civil right is right to life, right to property, right to liberty, that is freedom. These are some of the important civil rights. So what are civil rights? Civil rights are the rights which we enjoy in our day-to-day life. For example, okay, which color shirt or dress you want to wear today, that is your personal right. It is your civil right, personal right. Nobody can stop you from wearing your favorite color shirt or dress. Okay, what do you want to eat today? That is your freedom. You have choice. Okay, so those are the rights which makes you happy. Okay, the rights which you enjoy in your day-to-day life and which makes you happy and which makes you live a respectable life in the society. Those rights are called civil rights. And the civil rights, they are protected by the courts. Courts will issue writs. Courts will issue writs. Writs means orders. I told you earlier also. Writs means orders to protect our rights. Okay. We'll move to the, I hope this is clear to all of you. And it's a very simple question. Next is political rights. So first, before going into political rights, what is the difference between civil rights and political rights? See, civil rights, which you enjoy in your day-to-day life, and it is given to all. Okay, it is given to all the citizens. Okay, even the foreigners who are living in your country, they enjoy civil rights. But political rights are given only to the citizens. Only citizens enjoy political rights. And this is with this political rights, people, they participate in political activities. With political rights, people participate in political activities. Okay, so let us see what are the important political rights. The first one is right to vote. Okay, every citizen above the age of 18 years enjoy right to vote. There is no discrimination on the basis of, caste, color, religion, gender, etc. Every citizen who has attained the age of 18 years, he has got right to vote. This is one of the important political rights. And this right to vote or political rights in general are enjoyed in democracy. In democratic countries, people enjoy political rights, and only citizens, they have got this political rights. So through this right to vote, people, they elect their representatives, people, they elect their government. Okay, so the first political right is right to vote. Then the next is right to contest in election. Right to contest in election. So this right empowers the citizens to contest in the elections and become the part of government, to become the legislators, lawmakers, to become the legislators or lawmakers. Okay, so with this, what happens? It will increase the interest of the people in the politics. So it increases the political spirit among the citizens. So when you have right to contest the elections, you will become the part of lawmakers. Okay, you will become a lawmaker. And this right will develop political interest among the citizen or political spirit among the citizens. Next is right to hold public office. Right to hold public office. What does it mean? Each and every citizen, they have right to hold public office. That means they can get the opportunity to work for the government. That is, they can work in the government offices. Every individual will get the opportunity. Only the people who have got the capability, who has got the merit, okay, they are selected for the job. So writing or appearing for the exams and interviews is given to everybody. That right to appear for the exam or attend an interview, it is given to everybody, whoever is interested. But the person who is meritorious, who has got the capabilities, that person will get the job. So every individual, every citizen has got this right to hold public office, and it is the responsibility of the citizen to maintain dignity of his position, to maintain the dignity of the position, not only getting a government job, being the part of government, okay, holding any position, okay. So you should maintain dignity of that position. So quickly we will recap the political rights: right to vote, right to contest in election, right to hold public office. Then the next one is right to petition. Okay. Now, what is petition? Petition is filing complaint. Okay. There are two meanings for this word petition. One is request and one is complaint. So here the citizens, they can file complaints against the government officers if they are not, working, or if they are not performing their duties properly. Okay. So with this right, with right to petition, the people, they can solve their problems effectively. They can complain against the authority who are not performing their obligations. So you have right to petition. The first one is right to vote. The second one is right to contest in election. Third one is right to hold public office. Then next is right to petition. And the last political right is right to criticism. Right to criticism. Through this right, people, they get the opportunity to criticize the government. Okay, criticize the government means if you don't like something about the government, you can criticize, you can highlight the drawbacks. Okay, you can highlight the drawbacks. Nobody will stop you. So with this, you will become vigilant. Okay, you will get awareness when you are getting information or correct information about the government activities. When you are highlighting, or when the drawbacks are highlighted, you will become more vigilant in discharging your duties. So right to criticism means highlighting the drawbacks. You have right to criticize the government. If you don't like the policies of the government, you have right to criticize against it. So quickly we will revise the political rights. Just remember the side headings. The first one is right to vote. Every citizen above the age of 18 years, they have got this right to vote. This right is given without any discrimination. The next is right to contest the election. You can become the member of the legislature through this right, and you can participate in lawmaking. Then you have right to hold public office. You have you have right to become the member of the government. That is, you have right to work in any government department. Opportunity is provided to all without any discrimination. Then you have right to petition. That means you can file complaint against the government officers or a department if they are not helping you out. So with this right to petition, you can solve your problems. And you have right to criticism, where you can highlight the drawbacks of the government. Okay, so these are some rights. See, always remember this, rights and duties, they are like two sides of a same coin. So once you are getting a right, correspondingly, you will get a duty. Okay, so rights and duties are like two sides of a same coin. Next, let us see the classification of human rights. So what are human rights? Okay, human rights are the basic rights, okay, which are required for the overall development of the human being. So these are the rights which are given to every individual, okay, for overall development. Okay, so let us see what are the objectives, why these rights were given. The first is there shall be no discrimination. There shall be no discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, gender, etc. Okay, there shall be no discrimination. All the human beings should be treated equally. No discrimination means each and every individual should be treated equally. Equal opportunities should be provided to all. Equal treatment to all, equal opportunities should be provided to all. Then this under the objectives of human rights, we have freedom from fear. We need not fear from anything. Okay. Another objective of human right is freedom from fear. Then freedom from injustice. Freedom from injustice. Freedom of protection. Okay. Freedom of speech and expression. Okay. These are the objectives of human rights. And these rights are provided to all the people in the world. These human rights should be provided to all the people in the world. That means there shall be no discrimination. People should not live in fear. Justice should be provided to them. Their life should be protected, and they should have freedom to express their opinions. Okay, so that is the objectives of human rights. So let us quickly see the classification of human rights. The human rights are classified into two categories: civil rights and political rights. Then you have economic and cultural rights. Civil rights and political rights, economic, social and cultural rights. These are the two types of or two categories of human rights. What are the two categories of human rights? Civil rights and political rights, economic, social and cultural rights. So quickly we will see some of the civil rights. Right to life. Every individual has got right to live his life on his own terms. Okay, that is right to life. Nobody can take your life. Then freedom from slavery. So under civil rights, you have freedom from slavery. You should not work as a slave, or you cannot be a slave for anyone. Then equality before law. That is, here we say it is rule of law. Equality before law means rule of law. All are equal before law. There is no discrimination. Even if the president, prime minister, they are committing a crime, they are punished. A normal person, a normal citizen will also get punished. That is equality before law. And every individual can own his property. That is your civil right. With your hard work, you can own your property. Okay, so some of the civil rights are right to life, freedom from slavery, equality before law, and right to own the property. Okay, am I clear with the civil rights? Let us move to the next part, that is political rights. Under political rights, just now we have discussed right to vote. Every citizen above the age of 18 years, he has got right to vote. Freedom of speech and expression. With this, you are able to criticize the government. You are able to appreciate also. You are free to express your opinion. Okay, so you have freedom of speech and expression. Then you have right to contest the elections. Right to contest in elections, right to criticize the government, and you have one more right, that is right to hold public office. Okay, right to hold. See, under this right to hold public office. Here, you need to write only the side headings in this answer. You need not write like, explanation for this. Like, for example, here, civil rights. What are civil rights? What are the rights given to the citizens? Right to life. You need not explain it in detail. Just write the side headings. Okay, because it will become a very lengthy answer. Okay, then similarly, right, when you are writing only political rights, when a question is asked only on political rights or only on civil rights, then you need to explain each right. Okay, otherwise you can just write the side headings. Then let us move to the second category of rights, that is economic, social, and cultural rights. So these rights are given to all the human beings. That's why we are calling it as human rights. So the second category is economic, social, and cultural rights. Under economic rights, you have right to earn, right to work, right to earn your livelihood. Okay, right to earn your bread and butter. That is the economic right. You have right to work. Then when you have right to work, there shall not be any discrimination between men and women. Equal payment for equal work should be given. Equal payment for equal work should be given for both men and women. They should not discriminate between the men and women. Okay, then coming to the social rights, you have right to education, you have right to health. Okay, you have right to education means it is the duty of all the parents and guardians to provide education to the children, and you have right to health. Okay, you can take care of your health. Okay, then you have cultural rights. The next one is cultural rights. That is, under cultural rights, respecting the art and culture of your country, respecting the language, okay, participating in the cultural activities. Nobody can stop you from doing this. This is your cultural right. I hope I'm clear with this human rights. So human rights are of two types, that is civil and political rights, social, economic, and cultural rights. Under civil rights, you have right to life, right to liberty, right to property. Okay, then under political rights, you have right to vote, right to criticize the government, right to hold public office, okay, right to participate. What is political rights? It is, this right enables the citizens to participate in political activities. Now, coming to economic rights, you have right to work, and there shall be no discrimination between men and women. Equal payment for equal work should be provided. And social rights, you have right to education, right to health. Under cultural rights, you have right to respect and protect your culture. So these are some of the human rights. Now let us discuss the next question, that is various types of duties. Next question is various types of duties. See, just now I told you every individual has to perform has got some rights. So corresponding, they have to perform certain duties. So for example, my duty is to teach, and you have right to ask doubts. So when you are asking a doubt, it is my duty to clear your doubts. So my duty is your right and your duty is my right. Okay. Correspondingly, with duty, with rights, you have got duties. For example, when you have right to ask questions, ask doubts, it is your duty to do the homework also, right? So with rights, you have got duties. So they go hand in hand. They are like two sides of the same coin. So what are duties? Duties are obligations. So what are duties? Duties are obligations towards others. Okay, rights are for yourself, but duties are towards others. Rights are for yourself. Duties are towards others. So individual must perform duties in the largest interest of the society. So let us now discuss various types of duties. The first one is moral duties. Moral duties are performed on the basis of moral grounds. It is based on your morality, okay, your consciousness. Okay, here I'll give you one small example. Okay, you are going on a road and you have seen an accident. Okay, you will, on moral grounds, you will go and help that person. Okay, so this moral duties, they are sanctioned by the society, and we have got these duties from customs and traditions. Okay, these moral duties are sanctioned by the society, and we have got it from customs and traditions. So if you violate these moral duties, you're not punishable. Violation of moral duties is not punishable if you're not helping that person. Okay, if you're not helping that person, nobody will come and punish you or ask you a question. So what are moral duties? Moral duties, they are based on moral grounds. Violation of these moral duties is not punishable. They are sanctioned by the society. So examples of moral duty are helping the needy, a person who is in need. If you are helping the needy, then you are performing a moral duty. Regards for the elders, respect for the elders, regard for the elders, that is the moral duty. So what are the examples of moral duties? Helping the needy, respecting the elders. So I hope I am clear with this moral duties. What are moral duties? Moral duties, they are based on moral grounds. They are performed on the basis of moral grounds. Next is legal duties. Now, duties towards the state and government, those duties are called as legal duties. Those duties are called as legal duties. Now, these duties are given to us in the form of law. Legal duties are given to us in the form of laws. So it is compulsory. You have to perform these duties. It is compulsory. Violation of these duties, if you are violating the legal duties, it will lead to punishment. So legal duties, if they are violated, it will lead to punishment. For example, I'll give you traffic rules. Okay, each one of us have to follow traffic rules. If we are violating the traffic rules, we have to pay the fine or challan, right? So these duties are towards the state. Okay, they are given to us in the form of laws. So example for moral duties, we have obeying the laws, payment of taxes. If you don't pay your taxes on time, for example, your electricity bill or water bill, if you are not paying on time, then they'll come and disconnect. Okay, or you will have to pay fine, extra money for that. So legal duties, if you are violating, it is punishment. Paying fine is also a punishment, right? So now this legal duties are divided into two types, positive and negative. So legal duties are of two types, positive duties, negative duties. Legal duties are of how many types? They are of two types. So the duties which are for the welfare of the society, which are exercised for the welfare of the society, they are called as positive duties. Okay, and every citizen is expected to follow or perform these duties. For example, following the traffic rules. Every individual is expected to follow traffic rules. If you are not following traffic rule, what will be the outcome? Traffic jams, accidents, yes or no? So every individual is expected to follow or perform these duties. Okay, they are for the welfare of the society. Okay. Next is negative duties. So individuals are prohibited from doing certain activities. When we are saying negative duties, that means you are asked not to do few things. You are prohibited from doing certain activities. Okay. For example, a no parking board is kept. That means you should not park your vehicle there. No parking means you should not park your vehicle there. That they are prohibiting you. They are stopping you from parking your vehicle in that area. So if you are not parking your vehicle there, then you are performing your negative duty. Okay. If you are after seeing that board of no parking, you are going and parking your vehicle there, then you are not performing your negative duty. You are violating your duties. Okay, then you will have to face the punishment. Okay, then you will have to face the punishment. So what is negative duty? Negative duties stop people from doing some activities, like do not destroy government property, do not jump traffic signal, no parking, no sound horn, like this, no smoking zone. Like that, you are instructed not to do certain activities. You are instructed not to do certain activities. So when you are not doing such things, then you are performing your negative duties. Okay, I hope I'm clear with this. Now, let us see the safeguards of rights. Safeguard means how can we protect our rights? Okay, how can we protect our rights? Safeguarding means protecting our rights. How can we protect our rights? See, rights are essential conditions for social life. Okay. Okay. So rights are essential for our social life. So state not only provide or protect our rights, but also give some measures how we can protect our rights. Okay, how can we protect our rights? The first one is democratic rule. See, in democratic rule, that is in democratic form of government, people enjoy rights. It is only in democracy people have got freedom. Okay, so people enjoy rights perfectly in democracy. So these rights, they are constitutional and legal provisions. Okay. So in democracy, people enjoy the rights. So to protect our rights, what type of government is required? Democratic type of government will protect our rights. Okay, why we are saying democratic rule is important? Because it is only in democracy people enjoy the rights. People have got political rights, people have got civil rights, people have got economic rights. So in democracy, the rights of the people are protected. It is the democracy, it is regarded as the best form of government. The next is written and rigid constitution. Written and rigid constitution. See, if the rights are included or incorporated in the constitution, no ruling party can change it. The constitution, if it is written, it is rigid. Rigid means can't be or cannot be changed easily. So the ruling party, they cannot change the constitution if it is rigid. So the rights of the people are protected. Okay. It will, give some limitations to the government. Written constitution, it will give the limitations to the government, what government can do and what it cannot do. That is clearly explained in the constitution. So if the constitution of a country, it is rigid and written. Written means it should be in a single document, and rigid means it cannot be changed easily. When a constitution is rigid, the rights of the people are protected. So democratic rule, written and rigid constitution. So next is constitutional incorporation. The rights of the people, the basic or fundamental rights of the people should be given or incorporated in the constitution. The rights of the people should be given or incorporated, should be mentioned in the constitution. Then it assures that the rights of the people are protected. The rights of the individual are protected. So the constitution, it should be written and rigid, and fundamental rights or basic rights should be incorporated in it. Okay, so what are the 3 points we have discussed just now? Democratic rule, written and rigid constitution, and constitutional incorporation of rights. If rights are not mentioned in the constitution, then how will you protect? How will you go to court of law? Okay, to protect your rights, you can go to court of law. For that, the rights should be mentioned in the constitution. It should be incorporated in the constitution. The next is separation of powers. Separation of powers. Say we have 3 organs of government, that is legislature, executive, and judiciary. Legislature, executive, and judiciary. So these 3 organs, they perform 3 different functions. Legislature, it makes the laws. Executive, it implements the laws. And judiciary, it interprets the laws. It checks the laws, whether they are constitutional or unconstitutional. So the power of all the 3 organs should be separated so that each organ can check the other organ from the misuse of its powers. For example, legislature is passing a bill and making a law. So judiciary will check it whether it is constitutional or unconstitutional. If it is unconstitutional, then those laws are declared as invalid. Then executives cannot implement those laws. So there should be separation of power so that no organ can misuse its powers. No organ can misuse its power. Am I clear with this? So there should be separation of powers among the organs of the government. The next is decentralization of powers. So what do you mean by decentralization? Decentralization means division of power. See, if the power is centralized, if it is in one hand, then that person may become a dictator. Okay, so the power should be divided. There should be the division of power at different levels. Like we have national, regional, and local governments. Okay, national government, that is we have central government. Regional means we have state government, and we have local government, urban and rural and urban governments we have. Okay. So there shall be decentralization of powers. If the powers are divided at different levels, the rights of the people are protected, safeguarded. Okay. The next is rule of law. What do you mean by rule of law? Just now we have discussed, I told you, equality before law. There shall be no discrimination between the people on the basis of caste, religion, gender, social status, or anything. Okay, so anybody, be it the president, prime minister, or a ordinary person, if they are committing a crime, they should be punished. Okay, there will be no discrimination. So what is rule of law? Rule of law means equality before law, equal treatment to all. Okay, so when there is equality before law, then we can protect our rights, because all the individuals, they will enjoy the rights equally. All the individuals will enjoy their rights equally. So what is rule of law? Rule of law means equality before law. Then the next one is independent and impartial judiciary. Okay. What do you mean by independent judiciary? It should be free from the control of other two organs, that is legislature and executive. And while providing justice, by giving, judgments, it should be impartial. Okay, it should not favor anybody. Okay, it should give its judgment on the basis of merits. Okay, then only the rights of the people are protected. Then only the rights of the people are protected. So judiciary, it should be independent and impartial. Students, see, when you are learning, conditions necessary for the success of democracy, you have similar points. Okay, more or less same points are there. So if you are able to learn the conditions necessary for the success of democracy, you will be able to understand your, safeguards of rights. They are similar, more or less same. Few words you need to change there. Here and there you need to change some words. The next is independent press. Yesterday we have discussed this in under conditions necessary for the success of democracy. I told you the press should be free from the control of the political parties. They should act impartially. Same thing again here. The press should be independent. It should report impartially without the fear and favor of a government or political parties. Then only the rights of the citizens are protected. Okay, so state should not control the press. It should be free from the control of political parties and the government. To protect our rights, the press should be independent. So yesterday also we have discussed this under conditions necessary for the success of democracy. I told you the press should be independent. Okay, then only people will get awareness about the public policies. Okay, so press should be independent to protect our rights. The next is social and economic equality. So what is social equality? People should not be discriminated on the basis of caste, religion, okay? And there should be absence of economic inequalities. That is, there should not be discriminated on the basis of rich or poor. Then only people will be able to enjoy their rights equally. If there is discrimination on the basis on social factors like caste, religion, gender, then we cannot protect our rights. If there is discrimination on basis of economic status, then again we cannot protect our rights. So there shall be no social economic equality. Okay, the next is eternal vigilance. See, to protect our rights, we should know our rights. Then only we will be able to protect our rights. So we should be careful and cautious about our rights. Okay, if if our no rights are violated by the government or any other organization, we can fight for our rights through constitutional methods. The Constitution of India provides for a fundamental right, that is right to constitutional remedies. You can go to court of law to protect your rights. So you should, for protecting our rights, we should know, we should be aware of our rights. Then only we will be able to protect our rights. So we should be vigilant, cautious, and careful. Okay. So I hope I'm clear with this safeguards of rights. This is another important question mark. See, if it is asked for 5 marks, you can write up to 8 points, 5 to 8 points. I have given extra points, whichever you feel is easy. Okay, you can learn those points. Now, next question is fundamental duties in the Constitution. Okay, fundamental duties. So, part 4A, Article 51A of Indian Constitution deals with fundamental duties. There are 11 fundamental duties which are provided to all the citizens of India. So let us quickly see what are the fundamental duties to abide by the Constitution. That means abiding means following the Constitution, respecting the ideals and the institution. That means respecting your national flag and national anthem. It is the duty of every citizen to follow the Constitution, respect the national flag and national anthem. Then cherish and follow the noble ideals of freedom struggle. Okay, you should cherish, you should follow how our freedom fighters, they fought for our country, for our freedom. You should cherish it and you should try to follow the ideals of freedom struggle. Then you should work to uphold and protect sovereignty, that is independence, unity and integrity of our country. See, our country, it has diverse culture. Okay, so we should promote unity, okay, and protect the independence of our country. It is a duty of every citizen. Then defend the country and render national service when required. So if you are asked to sacrifice your life for the sake of the country, you should not step back. Okay, you should be ready to render national service, serve for your nation. And you should promote harmony and spirit of national service. Okay, you should promote harmony, peace in the country. Next, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our country. Okay, the heritage and culture of our country is very rich and composite. So we should preserve it, we should value it. Okay, then we should work to promote and improve, protect and improve the natural environment. Okay, natural resources should be protected. Okay, and we should have compassion for other living creatures. We should not kill the other living creatures. It will disturb the ecology of our earth. Then we should develop scientific temper. We should adapt, new technology. We should have the spirit of humanism, and we should have inquiry or spirit for reforms, changes. We should accept changes. Then safeguard public property and abjure violence. Safeguarding public property means protecting the public property. Abjuring from violence means keeping away from violence, not getting involved in violent activities. And you should work, strive towards excellence in all the spheres. Okay, and it is the duty of the parent or guardian to provide education to the children up to the age of 14 years, between 6 to 14 years. It is the duty of the parent to educate their children. See, this is the duty of the parent and it is the right of the child to get educated. Okay, it is see, I told you, it is right for one person and it will become a duty for another person. So it is a duty of a parent to provide education. It is a right of the child to get educated. So these are the fundamental rights which are given or incorporated in the Indian Constitution in Part 4A, Article 51A. Now, let us discuss very short answers now. So, the first question is define right. So, here you are asked to write the definitions for right. So, Ernest Barker, he has defined rights as external conditions necessary for the development of the capacity of the personality of an individual. So what are rights? Rights are nothing but the external conditions. Okay, just for an example, I'll tell you. When you are in school, you go to school by school bus or your parents will drop and pick you. But once you come into college, okay, and your parents ask you to, go by yourself. So what will you do? You will try to find out, shortcuts and how you can reach the college or home early, right? So here, when you are left alone, you are developing your capacities, you are developing your personality. So rights are nothing but the external conditions which are necessary for the development of your capacities. If coming into the college also, if your father is dropping you and picking you, will you know the various routes how you can reach home or college? You won't, right? You will know only the one route from which your parent is picking and dropping you. So if you have right, if you have freedom to go by yourself, you will try to find various means how you can reach or home or college. So there your personality will get developed. So what are rights? Rights are nothing but the external conditions which are necessary for the development of the capacities. For the development of the capacities. Then according to Bosanquist, he said, rights are your claims. What are rights? Rights are your claims which are recognized by the society. Society, it recognizes your rights and the state will enforce them. State will enforce them. So rights are claim recognized by the society and enforced by the state. Now coming to the next question. This is the most repeated question, ma. This is the most repeated question. If you see 10 question papers, minimum in 8 papers, you will see this answer. Sorry, question. Okay. So it is very simple. Classification of rights. Rights are classified into 3 types. Natural rights, legal rights, and moral rights. So rights are of 3 types. Natural, moral, and legal. Now again, this legal rights are classified into civil, political, and economic rights. I'll show you a flow chart. I have prepared a flow chart for this. I'll show you. If you are writing this sentence, that is enough. You will get 2 marks. If you are drawing this chart like this, you will get 2 marks. Rights, they are classified as natural, moral, legal. Again, these legal rights are classified as civil, political, and economic rights. This will fetch you 2 marks. And this is the most repeated question. And many students, they commit mistakes in this. Okay, so be careful. See, legal, natural, moral, legal, NML, to remember it. Then this legal rights are again divided into civil, political, and economic, CPE. Okay. Many students, they commit mistakes. It is a simplest answer, but still they don't write it proper. So it is very easy to learn. Either draw the chart like this or write it in the sentence. Now let us quickly move to the next one, that is natural rights. What are natural rights? Natural rights are those rights which are enjoyed by men by birth. We enjoy these rights by birth. And we are these rights originated in the society. Okay. So, for example, right to life. Every individual has got right to life, right to liberty, right to freedom. You have freedom of your choices. Then right to property. Work hard, earn as many properties as you want. So these are your natural rights. So these natural rights, we can say they are no civil rights also. Coming to the moral rights. I told you moral rights are based on moral grounds, moral code. Okay, these are given to us by the society. It does not have any legal support. If you are, if you are not able to enjoy your moral rights, you cannot go to court of law. It does not have any legal support. Okay, I met with an accident. If nobody is helping me, getting help is my right, but nobody is helping me. Can I go to court of law saying that nobody helped me? No, I can't go to court of law. So violation is not punishable. Okay, and moral principles are basis for your moral rights. Next is duties. We have just now discussed a SAQ on duties, that is various types of duties. What are duties? Duties are your responsibilities or obligations. So we have discussed duties are of two types. Okay, legal duties, moral duties. Okay, legal duties and moral duties. Your moral duty is helping the needy, respecting the elders. Legal duties, you have two types, that is positive and negative. Okay, if you are not performing your legal duties, you will face the punishment. For example, I told you positive duty, we have, follow traffic rules. Okay, it is you are performing duties in the interest of the society. And negative duty is you are instructed, you are prohibited from not to do certain activities, like do not jump red signal. Do not jump red signal. That means you should not jump the signal. If you are jumping the signal, then you have to face the punishment. So here you are prohibited, you are stopped from jumping the signal. That is why we are calling it as negative duty. Because here you are restricted, you are stopped from doing certain activities. And positive duty, here you are instructed to follow certain rules, like payment of taxes. Okay. So moral duties, they are based on moral belief. Like moral rights, you have moral duties. And these moral duties are sanctioned by the society. If you are not performing, then moral duties, there is no punishment. If you are not helping a needy person, nobody will punish you. Respecting elders, helping needy. These are moral duties. Okay, with this, I'll conclude. We'll continue in the next class. We'll start with 9th chapter, secularism. In this chapter, you have only 3 SAQs. One question is for sure. And those questions are very simple. We'll discuss this chapter tomorrow. Thank you very much.